We are going to give one more shot to this before bed. We're just going to do another Gargoyle Fighter. You hit the tab key, and that brings it up right away. Switch to manual. Turn on only maces and flails, and off we go into the dungeon. It's too bad we kind of squandered that cool sling and sling bullets early on. That was pretty powerful, but, you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, kobold. Darts are not great. If they have silver darts, we could be in trouble. Oh no, we're not a demon spawn this time. We're a gargoyle. Nah, we don't care about darts. We are strong. We found an amulet. It's usually safe to try on an amulet. None of them are really cursed. Though you can find an amulet of inaccuracy, and it just sits around your neck, making you miss things for a little while, and then it identifies itself, and you can take it off, feeling slightly foolish, but more knowledgeable. And you can blame any failures you've had on the amulet. You can be like, oh, I totally would have won that fight if I wasn't wearing that amulet of inaccuracy. You know, I was just saving scrolls. I was being frugal. Nope, you were just a dummy. But then again, amulets do tend to take a long time to identify. For example, an amulet of faith would not identify until we start worshipping a god. Since we may not find an altar until the temple around level 5. I think it's like 4 through 7 are the possible levels for the temple. We can check with Control O. Well, no. But somewhere in there is the temple. And sometimes you find altars outside of the temple, usually in a little vault-themed area. Haha, he ran into the teleport trap. Silly goblin. Silly kobold. Both of them. That means they're somewhere still on the level, but, you know, not here. We'll grab these darts. We're done exploring, so in spite of the fact that we have dudes still running around somewhere, we'll just go down a little bit. Making use of the tab key to kill that bat. An adder. Charge straight in. We are immune to poison. That takes a lot of the sting out of adders. Well, maybe going strength was the incorrect choice last time. We'll put points into intelligence. We'll try to be a studious gargoyle. And, again, there's a 50-50 chance every 4th level of it being strength or intelligence. Ow, a gnoll with a halberd. Why did we have to get a gnoll with a halberd and another gnoll with another halberd? Let's try a different staircase. I do not like our chances against gnolls with halberds. That goblin's fine, though. Maces and flails, level 4. Helps a little bit. Hello, kobold. Hello, goblin. That's the kind of situation where you can't really blame yourself. Like dungeon level 2, if you walk down the stairs and a goblin hits you with a club and you die in a couple of hits, like that's very possible. First couple of levels of the dungeon. After you start worshipping a god, everything from there on out is your fault. If you die. And that's being very, very harsh. But it can generally be traced back to a mistake on your part at some point. If only, you know, worshipping a god that isn't as suitable for your current build and the types of items you've been getting. Like if you're a demon spawn and you've mutated away from a sort of beat 'em up build, like you've got the thin bones mutation and the iridescent field mutation at the same time, and so you're much more evasion-oriented, much lower armor class. Don't try and force yourself into worshipping Okabaru just because you like the heroism. It may not work out for you all that well. Then again, the opposite can be true. Like any combination of background and race and god can be successful, if sometimes with a little bit more luck than others, but with good planning mostly. An interesting thing you might have noted, I did chop up that kobold and I was able to eat him. Unlike the other video where we never had poison resistance, we were immune to poison, so we can eat poisonous flesh, which is cool. The things that video games make us say. Okay, see, we became stronger, so it's good we put a point in intelligence. Maybe with the previous incarnation of Sir TryOnceMore, if we had gone intelligence, we would have been better off. Have we found any sling bullets? Yes. Let us go pick up those sling bullets. It's a long way to walk, but slings are really strong, even without any points in it. If you get sling bullets specifically. If you just have stones, they're still good, but they're not quite the force that would let me take on a gnoll. Oh, I have not yet assigned that to B, which I need to do. So we can use the apostrophe trick and pelt these gnolls with bullets. Wow, there are a lot of gnolls, all wielding polearms. Well, one's wielding an axe. That's not a lot better. We're going to stair dance this one. We're going to pull him up the stairs with us. That is one interesting thing about polearm wielding critters, is that they make stair dancing a very different game. Since they're not standing right next to you, so you can generally avoid pulling them up the stairs. On the other hand, they all get to hit you, more of them get to hit you, rather, as you ascend. We'll go ahead and pick up those stones as well, since we only have 8 sling bullets remaining, and for easier enemies, we want to switch back to the maces and flails anyway. We are getting points in that. It's a positive aptitude, so it's not terrible. We probably shouldn't have been auto-exploring this close to all these gnolls. Especially if I can't find the right route back to this staircase, or if something pops up behind us, like that hobgoblin. That was really just... Okay, now it actually makes us a little safer, because we'll pull the hobgoblin up the stairs, take one hit from the gnoll with the spear, and here we are. Safe and sound. And we'll try door number 3. Every dungeon level has 3 staircases up and 3 staircases down. Not including other branches, like those are extra. Alright, well, the gnolls kind of dispersed. They're still lurking. Once you see a monster on a dungeon level, that monster will generally always be on that dungeon level until you kill it. This is useful for some class race combinations. Because you can store food, essentially. Living food. We are injured. Quite sorely. Fortunately, we are regenerating health at a rate that will keep us alive if we just dance around and nothing pops up behind us. We'll eventually be able to sling this guy down. Not the best tactic in the world, and see, we're still in a little bit of trouble. Well, this is depressing. Well, here we're just going to flee downstairs. I don't really want to deal with him anymore. So we'll try out this level of the dungeon. We may... Dungeon level 3 is quite a bit tougher than 2, so we may die. But then again, you don't usually find gnolls on level 2. At least not that many. You'll find 1 or maybe 2. Sometimes an orc pack, but... Yeah, here, rats. Rats, we can kill rats. Dust mites, we don't care about dust mites. We're immune to poison. We even found some grapes. How good are grapes? They're delicious. Actually, grapes are really nice for when you are near starving and you're fighting something that may leave a corpse, and you become starving while you're fighting. To avoid penalties, you just eat a grape, and you become near starving again. It's very little nutrition, but since you're fighting something that may leave a corpse anyway, why waste permanent resources? It lets you micromanage food a little bit. It's kind of cool. More gnolls. How disappointing. And a quokka. Oh. Well, we're trapped. Trapped, like the rat that is that rat that's attacking us. Well, I guess we fight the gnoll. I am going to go ahead and drink one of these potions of might. they're best used early on. They increase your strength and your damage. Yeah, okay, cool. We managed to kill the gnoll. That's good. We had no choice. In that kind of scenario, the correct thing is always, almost always, to use a consumable. Rather than just rely on pure luck to get you out of there. You know, hoping that your bashing of the gnoll with the flail by itself will be enough. Like there, we have the option to run away, so we can afford to run our face into that gnoll a few times. It was fine. Especially since the other gnoll, ooh, ouch, did not follow, was wielding a halberd. Halberds are deceptive. You look at them and you think, ah, base damage 13, that's pretty cool. But their accuracy isn't great, and their delay is terrible. It takes forever to get that full 16 levels to get to the minimum delay, and it's two-handed. A lot of polearms are one-handed, so you can wield it with a spear, or with a shield, like a spear and a shield if you need to, or a trident and a shield. It's really good early on. Halberds, you can't do that, so it's better to hold out for glaives if you want to go two-handed, or like a demon trident if you want to stick with the spear shield combo. Starting to get a little bit sleepy, so there may be some mistakes that end up being fatal, and I'll probably start going a little bit faster here, just partly out of sleepiness, partly because I know that if I am too cautious, I will become more sleepy at a rate that outpaces my, I don't know, ability. Oh, Ruined Falchion. That's one of those points where I really have to see if it's worth sticking with maces and flails, because swords don't cross-train, and we don't have great aptitudes with them. But a really good branded weapon early on can make a big difference. We'll try it out. We'll give it a shot. It might just be cursed. Falchion of Holy Wrath. Okay, I'll hang on to it just in case we bump into any undead that looks particularly menacing. I doubt it, but you never know. It's Crawl. We have a Wand of Frost. Wand of Random Effects. Those both kind of suck, but better than nothing. Well, sometimes not in the case of Wand of Random Effects. Maces and Flails up to level 6. That's kind of nice. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, he picked up that halberd. Jerk. He probably didn't even know how to use the halberd. Kill this Quasit. Quasit? Ah, shucks, no kobold corpse. Okay, well, we're very hungry. Still, we're a melee character. We're not a spellcaster, so we don't care about being anything but starving. Though, obviously, if we're near starving, we should try and find some source of sustenance. Wizards are not all that dangerous once you get up next to him. Okay. Jeez. I do kind of want to be able to cast at least a rudimentary set of spells. I don't think I'm going to go the plate mail route this time. I think I'm going to go for medium to heavy armor, maybe work on evasion a little bit, and go with some intelligence. So we can get, like, level 2 spells. Repel Missiles is a really good one for any melee character. I'd like to be able to cast it reliably, without it being, you know, just really hard. Adders, again, not so scary now that we're a gargoyle. Let's try, for fun. Well, hard to say, since we killed it one hit, and it didn't give us any indication that it was wrathful. Ooh, sling bullets. Cool. Much better than stones. Playing real fast and loose, folks. We're getting some wands, though. That's cool. I will quite possibly train my evocations. I really like evocations, especially on gargoyles. We have a neutral aptitude for it, so that's fine. Right, yes, testing this wand. Digging, cool. Digging's neat. Can get you out of some sticky spots. Or into, in case of the slime pits. At the end, there's a bunch of treasure in these vaults, and you have to kill the royal jelly. But then you have to dig into the vaults and try and get to the stuff before the slimes eat it all. It's a very stressful level. I believe I have a character that is currently traversing these slime pits. Has reached the royal jelly. I think I took him out because I didn't have a source of digging or something. And I don't know that I ventured back down there. This was a couple of weeks ago, I think, that I was playing him. I think that might be the Wanderer that I made. A demon spawn Wanderer that just turned out to be really awesome somehow. And that might not be the one that's in the slime pits, but one of them was just has been a blast to play, and he started out completely random. Oh, I don't want to die an embarrassing death to this worm. It's really embarrassing to die to a worm because you can always run away from it. A worm cannot catch you, except under very specific circumstances that you will never accidentally acquire. At least, you know, not in such a manner that a worm is still going to be dangerous to you. Let's try and hit him with the sling instead of the... Ow, he hurts. Ugh, okay. That was just luck. He could have definitely hit us one more time. We would have been a goner. Shoot at the Shadow Imp, and not the rat. Shadow Imps can raise the dead. But they're not too threatening otherwise. He says nonchalantly. Immediately before being killed by a Shadow Imp. Ooh, an early temple. Nice. I like it when it's before level. Oh, and there's some plate armor. Call me a monkey's uncle. That may tempt me towards the strength route. That's some early plate armor. Well, we'll just explore the whole place. How serious do I want this run to be? How awake am I for this run? I'm not awake enough for Nemelex Zobe. Let's just do Ashenzari. That's a pretty low maintenance god. Sorta. Basically, Ashenzari identifies stuff for you, and it's really, really cool. Likes it when you explore the dungeon, which we're doing anyway. And we got kind of an early temple, so it's very doable. We're in the temple. I'm going to read some of these scrolls. Amulet of Clarity. We probably should have identified that amulet before we worshipped a god, although I would leave on an Amulet of Faith if it had been that. Amulet of Clarity is great, especially early on. It prevents us from being confused or berserked against our will. Though we can still confuse ourselves if we test quaff a potion of poison. We're going to check out a couple of potions. Ooh, jackpot! 2 potions of cure mutation. That's pretty awesome. Mutations are often really bad. And being able to cure them is priceless. I mean, these might literally be the only 2 potions of cure mutation we find in the entirety of the dungeon. You can go many levels without finding one. You can acquire many nasty mutations without finding one. And we found 2 of them already. That's nutter butters. This is just a cool run. Even if we die, I feel vindicated. We found the cure mutes. MUT is the abbreviation for mutation. There are amulets that let you resist mutation, which are hard to identify without a scroll, because oh, we don't want to drop those. Never mind. Because mutation hopefully occurs much later on, so short of identifying a potion of mutation and quaffing it, which is super risky just to identify an amulet, you might as well read a scroll. Teleportation. Scroll of Fear. Scroll of Recharging. Let's recharge our Wand of Digging. That's one that's really nice to know that there is guaranteed to be at least 1 charge on it. Get us out of a sticky spot. I'm going to ditch the Wand of... Oop. That's right, we had the teleport going. Ditch the Wand of Random Effects. It's just not good. The chance that you... Even a minuscule chance that you can haste the monster you're aiming at is really bad. Very, very bad. Drop some Burma food. I'll keep a couple of bread rations. We really shouldn't be wearing this plate armor yet. It'll cause us to miss a lot of attacks, but fortune favors the bold. We'll dump some points into armor. We've got 20 strength. Yeah, we have more strength than the encumbrance rating. That's a sort of a rough rule of thumb. Rough enough for this one. Close enough for government work. Let's ID this last scroll. Enchant weapon 1. Okay. Make our flail a little bit better. It's not super special, but it's, you know, it's ours. Okay, so here's one thing that we're going to do. We are going to drop a few of these scrolls of Remove Curse. Let's say drop 2 of them, and we're going to pray over them. Turns them into scrolls of cursed stuff. Ashen's likes you walking around with cursed stuff. So we're going to curse this plate armor. Ha 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 ha. Drop the scale mail. After a while, she'll boost our armor skill. Yeah, I'm okay with cursing our flail. It's not awesome, but, you know. Being bound is what is called. You are bound by curses. And Ashen's likes it. Whoa, Pykel! Well, this might be it, folks. Pykel wields a branded whip of some sort. Fortunately, it appears as though we may get him by himself first, instead of one of his slaves. Let's try slowing him. He resists. There we go, we slowed him. That... We'll see. Whip of Freezing. Ouch. Boom! Nice. That helped a bunch. Gained 2 levels, gained a point of intelligence. 2 levels in maces and flails and armor, and we freed all the slaves! Hooray! We're so cool. Now we have this neat whip of freezing that we can't wield because we cursed our flail. That's fine. We have much more strength than dexterity. So a whip of freezing isn't awesome, but I don't know. We'll see. Two potions of porridge. That's just a ton of perma food. Back in the previous patch, or the previous trunk version, 0.13, Gargoyles also had a reduced metabolism, a slower metabolism, which meant that even hunger was less of a problem. Early game was just very, very easy. And that's super useful even late game for casters and fighters, and I mean, it was just really cool. So, oh, and you had like claws and sharp teeth or something, so you got extra melee attacks, but it wasn't a full. I think it was just like, I don't know, maybe you couldn't wear boots or something. I don't like jellies. We're gonna run upstairs. They suck. They corrode your equipment. Although that would be an excuse to ditch this flail in favor of the whip, and I'm kind of looking for that excuse. Let's stair dance a bit. Pull them up here. It didn't even corrode our stuff. Well. Lost our excuse. Scrolls of remove curse are fairly common, but not so common as to be cavalier about it. Oh, another thing that Ashen's does is allow you to choose which items you uncurse instead of it just being random. All right, we're gonna. Oh, not that. We're gonna field this. Yeah, there we go. All right. This will increase our piety faster. Eventually, she'll give us skill boosts. Yada yada. See how it's biting us a lot but doing no damage? That's our plate armor at work. That's 17 armor class. We currently have +5 just from being a gargoyle. It's so cool. You can easily go an evasion route with gargoyles. They don't have awesome evasion aptitudes, I don't think. Or dodging, rather. Yeah, no, -2. So that's not great, but you get so much inherent AC that you can just kind of ignore. You can wear light armor, do a bunch of evasion, and just get by that way. That's a cursed ring. That probably means it's bad. It's probably a ring of teleportitis, which randomly teleports you. Or like a minus to strength, or a ring of hunger. So we're probably not going to try it on. If it were like cursed boots, maybe. Ooh, a crossbow. Now Ashen's is less attractive. The reason why we don't really want that crossbow is because it sucks having to switch between weapons as a follower of Ashen's just because you don't want to curse and remove curse and curse and remove curse. So I think we're going to stick to evocables for our ranged damage. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Didn't we dive past a level? I think we did. I think we dove past level 2. Weren't there gnolls? Oh, we're on Dungeon 3, that's why. Yeah, there were gnolls. Yeah, that'd be gnolls. Alright, well, that was not all that exciting. Bolt of lightning. Wand of lightning, cool. That definitely makes me want to put some we can leave that going and just put some points into evocations. Let's maybe focus Maces some flails. 10 is not bad. But we need 12 to be at minimum delay with this whip. That's not too far away. That's not bad at all. I may end this video soon, either because I die from these wizards, or originally I was going to say because I'm quite tired at this point, which is good. Means melatonin's doing its job. I am plenty sleepy. I'll be able to get a good night's sleep tonight. Going to see a show tomorrow night. I'm very excited to see it. Been anticipating it for a while, but shows are hard to get to. Oh no, Sigmund. Shows are hard to get to when you have class. Sigmund is bad news. Bad news indeed. Well, let's try this lightning. I guess this is dungeon level 7, so we're not milquetoast. Bam. Sigmund down. That's cool. Disintegration, cool. What? That imp was carrying an artifact ring. An uncursed artifact ring. That's bonkers. I have to identify that. Oh, weird. It removes our ability to cast spells, but gives us resist poison and resist cold. That's really funny. For a lot of classes, that would be fantastic, but we are already immune to poison. And I don't think cold resistance is worth giving up spells forever. But, I mean, for now, we don't have any spells anyway, so who cares? It doesn't prevent us from using our wands. I deserved to die there, but... You know, I'm too injured to fight recklessly. It won't let me use tab. Manie. Making me miss with wands. Yeah, we're gonna be done with this video real soon, one way or another. Alright. Survive the sling-wielding imp. Justice! Man, shadow imps all up in here. Some stuff. Hounds and jeez, orcs, scorpions. Am I hitting this guy? Yeah. Menakure. Man, this is a rough Dungeon 7. Well, we currently can't cast spells. Someday we want to. Someday we want to be smart. Keep going with intelligence. Planning for the late game with a really rough early game. We'll see if this pays off. Actually, we're protected from curses. That's neat. Ashensari is cool. Ow. He hurts. Okay, good to know. Ow. He might kill us in spite of... We're just chugging a bunch of potions. Well, we win. And, you know, any fight you walk away from is a win. I think we can actually... Let's curse this Amulet of Clarity. I don't think we'll find anything better than that for a while. That's my prediction. That'll make us gain piety faster. I really want to... distant slurping noise. That damn jelly is eating all the nice things. Killer bee zombie is kicking our ass. I just want to rest. In peace. Rest in pieces. Hallways are better than open rooms for resting. Bring it, jelly. Ooh, well. Yeah, bring it. Cool. Now I won't be slurping up stuff. Uncursed flail of crushing. That's kind of cool. We'll pick it up. Drop this junky flail. If we decide to uncurse our weapon at some point. You tend to go through several curses and uncurses early on with Ashensari. I probably go through more than I should, but I like having options. I play a little cautious. Ideally. Badass Madash and Okawaru. Well, too late for them. Not doing a lot of damage with this whip. Let's blow him up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Blow up. Kaboom! Disintegration is a really cool particle effect. Just gets blood all over everything. It's super loud. Alerts everything around it. Scatters chunks of flesh everywhere. It's gruesome. But sometimes it's what you gotta do. That's what wands are there for. Wands are there for using. Better to use a wand than to die. One more floor. It's kept me up many a night. I'm just saying, one more floor. Has killed many a character. Aha, spellbook. And a blowgun. We're not really going to use blowguns again. Ashensari. Don't want to swap weapons, yada yada. But we have a spellbook. Book of Fire. That's reasonably usable. We could, well, no, we're in plate armor. What are we doing? We're building a very strange gargoyle here. We'll probably have to switch out of this plate armor at some point if we ever want to cast a spell. There's no way. Duvessa and Dowen. Alright. Here's another we might die moment. Let's do agility. I don't trust those others. Let's try and slow her down. Maybe not. Crap. Now we're in line of sight of both of them. This is gonna be tricky. We're gonna die. A horrible death. Oh, nope. We're just gonna have to face a wrathful Dowen. Bingo. Ashinzari is starting to like us more. We're running around, finding things. Oh, +2 plate armor. I was wrong about not finding better stuff. That's good reason to stay with this armor plan. Well, while we're using one, might as well see what... Ooh, +2, +1. Crushing is a lower overall damage boost than freezing. Freezing is better on heavier weapons anyway, and flail is just a lot more damage. 10 versus 6. +1 is 11. Yeah, we're going with the flail. I'll hang on to the whip for a minute, just in case, but... Switch into this. Fits so good. Curse it up. We'll wait a bit before we recurse this weapon, since that's our last curse weapon scroll. We'll try this ring on. Sustainability sucks. Oh, a curse ring of protection from fire. Oh, deal. Free curse and... resist fire is really good. I don't care about sustain abilities. Care about worshipping the shackled god. Goddess. I don't know. I usually call Ashinzari a she, but I still use the term god. So, perhaps Ashinzari is an intersex individual who suffers the pains of the shackles of men and women alike. Both and neither. Yeah, I should definitely go to bed soon. I'm waxing odd. Ooh, bees! Well, bees are less scary as a gargoyle than they are for most races. Here we only have to fight one bee at a time. Our maces and flail skill is getting better and better. I really don't know why we've been putting points into intelligence. Everything about us is slated towards strength. We can't hit these bees at all, though. That's really bad. Yeah, definitely bad. It's this plate armor. Our armor skill is not high enough. Well, we've explored most of the rest of this level, so let's use a scroll of teleportation. Take another couple of fruitless swings at this bee. I think we're safe. Where were those bees? Over here? Oh, all the way over there. Okay. I feel like we have... I feel like we've done justice to floor 8. And, I mean, a swarm of bees is dangerous even, like, in the middle of the layer sometimes. So it's not like we're running away from something that we could easily take if we were just a little bit stronger. Priests are not awesome either, in conjunction with ogres. We got him, though. I don't even know what kind of... Oh, it's a basilisk zombie. That's not nearly as frightening as a basilisk that can actually petrify us. Oh, well, we're immune to petrification. Never mind. That's just not scary. How did the bees get over there? The lone bee. Yeah, I know they're fast, but this is... we got him at least. We can eat him. Okay, let's just go down a level. Remember that on this level be bees. Kill this orc, and then I'm going to save and go to bed. Thank you for watching, dear viewers, but I am exhausted. And my voice is going out. And, I want to end this video on a positive note, so welcome to Dungeon Level 9, and good night.